it's important for getting your vehicles, that's kind of about it. Really.
No, and you know what? Vehicles are really important as well. As ranked
Yes.
now comes to PUBG, a lot of people have been asking pros, asking us in esports, what do I need to do to improve? And one of the first things that I often suggest people is learn how to use vehicles. So many people, I think, have gotten into the habit of don't touch vehicles, vehicles are loud, vehicles give away positions. But guys, vehicles are one of the strongest tools that you can have. And as we see right away, boots getting on the ground, it is people jumping in vehicles right away, pulling them back to their team because they're going to hold on to these for the rest of the game.
I will say, those observations about vehicles aren't wrong. They are loud. They can give away your position. But you do still need to use them, utilize the tool, and recognize where they are. But the first circle is going to pop again, and it is not going to be central.
A lot of Stalbers kind of sitting there off to the mid-center, and there might be an opportunity here. But now as we follow along with 303, our victors of last match who are already working on their next rotation, find their spot in the zone is... really read this situation. We're able to take up this hit on Reno, but they need to secure this kill before Illusion can set it. Looks like a bit of traffic. And Icy Flex is going to get the steal, taking that kill away. There we go. Wild card. Oh, now having to be on the defense from this. I don't think they maybe teams coming in this area. Shoot to kill, taking a crash onto Sonics. Looks like they had the same idea of where they wanted to go, but Purdy and Civil are gonna fall. That is not good. Purdy actually, I think, falling to his death. Luke 12 trying to get away from this. Oh, shoot to kill. Guys, heartbroken. But Sonics picking up too much needed wins. And this is another team, again, that we kind of talked about, of where this end game is going to end up with so much area into play. So we take another look at Severny. These teams are taking a chance here on the north. Shoot to kill, pushing in on to Lopes that has been separated from...
Sure, vehicles are moving, but when you're in a lobby of this caliber, they can hit those shots reasonably well.
Yeah, I mean, Team Clueless did not pay off well for them last game. Hopefully they'll be able to... Radiance winning out Severny, but again, I mean, you heard it. You said, kids, fight it out here, take it out here, and it looks like all the teams are doing just that. They're not touching it right now.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see more. We might see more teams be forced to go to Severny later on in the game. It is still only phase 2. I was more worried about the hard shift causing everyone to come in from the east side, because you're looking at the hard shift that also has a lot of water in play. That does limit the angles of approach. It was a shift towards the west, which means that the west side is relatively open. It's simple, basic stuff. And Profi does find Alo. We lost that, but it was an aggressive push. I have to assume by Profi, just knowing the man's place.
They've picked up a couple of kills as well, but Oath, you know what? I don't think they're going to back down from this fight. They might hold the circle a little bit longer, as we've got 45 seconds left until the blue zone closes. We'll get our phase 4 circle, and that's extra information that these teams need, but elusive. Coming for the push here onto Kickstart. He is not going to have any of it. We'll get that first knock there onto Innate. T-Sock stuck behind the tree. We'll get spotted out, but Fizzle coming to the rescue is going to force Kickstart to push just back a bit, but Mystery coming in with the assist, and all of a sudden now Jay All Day struggling just a bit, realizing that this has fallen apart in front of their eyes, needing now to focus on Mystery to try to take out Zenith, maybe get some reses on the teammates, keep what they've got alive. This is not the phase. It is going to be chaos all along the edge of this circle.
And remember, this part of the map, the south side, is basically a big giant slope that goes down in elevation the further north that you go. In Exodus, well, they're on the south side. You can see just the area that they're going to have to push through all the way out in the open, and that's why they're trying to deal as much damage as possible right now to make things easier once they're forced to push in. But their options are limited, so they're just going to go ahead and get into their vehicles and push on Pentalol's position, it looks like. Take that from them.
Ooh. Yeah, now back down here into the southwest, we've got multiple teams working their way in the zone. Clueless, 303, Comets just off camera. Here comes the Sonics. This is going to be very crowded, but this is a bit of a sandwich for 303 that they may not want to be a part of, but, looks like Oath coming in for a crash, coming into Dodge. It's distracting Sonics, and, Dodge. They were not ready for this.
Well, I don't know. Just looking at where all those bodies are, it seemed that they were perfectly ready to get taken out by a single vehicle or a single grenade, but D-Treats, he wants more.
There you
Faces
go.
a vehicle right in the face. I like this aggressive position by member of Comets. One of them pushes out, one of them holds the inside of the building, and now Clueless. They've lasted longer in this game than the previous Erangel match, but they're slowly starting to fall apart once again. Patrick, his position known by Victor, prepping the nade.
Nice
this one
nade.
looks good.
Meanwhile, you've got 303 starting to make the push onto this. D-Rich is going to have a sight onto here, but just can't secure that damage. D-Treats, meanwhile, is actually getting found out by Landoon, as now Comet's safety is coming into question here. As 303, I think maybe coming off of last game as well, realizing, you know what, we're going to take this. We want this compound. We want this position. We want these kills. And we're going to come in. You can see the Molotovs in the building right now as Victor and Yaxley are pushed back, and Patrick still lying prone, I think, hoping that maybe he gets forgotten about.
Nades come out. They don't find anything just yet. I'm liking this fast on their feet 303. But where are they going to move now? The next circle has revealed itself, and looking at the minimap, it is pretty central. It's away from this edge, to say the least. And so now 303 are going to put their focus back onto the Comet's position, moving away from Livid because they want to remove this immediate threat. Look how spread everyone is. A lot of teams are still on this hill. We are about 20 minutes in, and we still have 13 teams remaining. And so taking those points and, diluting the immediate threat is definitely the name of the game right now for a number of teams, 303 being one, trying to approach this building, but Yaxley and Victor, they are not budging from this compound. And Patrick from Clueless, he's
Patrick's
lying in wait.
got to be absolutely scared right now. There is an abundance of teams and players right here, and he is vastly outnumbered. I think playing this a little bit smart, waiting for the blue to walk in, hoping to pick up some people.
Ooh.
Might just get spotted up by D-Rich. Didn't see him here. Patrick could catch him off. Patrick's going to get D-Rich down. Before he can get it, we'll find that flush, hopefully. Meanwhile, here comes the push now from 303. They're running out of time. This is phase 5. You don't want to be caught in the blue here. It's going to do an abundance of damage, as we see just half a second, taking 10 HP down to Lush.
Ooh.
Meanwhile, oh no, Comet's going out. 303 losing a lot, and Patrick's patience is going to pay off as he starts to clean up here from the edge, but Livid coming in right behind him here. Oh, Patrick. Molly is
sprays
out,
don't
but
land, but he's taking so much damage from the blue.
Oh, but
Wait, how is
Ditech
Lush
from
in the
afar.
blue as well?
Oh my gosh.
He's gonna die.
He's not going to
There's
heal
no
out
time
of
for him to
this.
get a first aid.
Oh, almost going to get taken out, but it is the zone. We heard that bullet hit him, but it's just a second too late. Landoon now, last player still standing up for 303. He's got 4 first aids. He's going to have to use most of these just to get ahead from the zone, but he's got to be careful. Livid was still close by, but again, now onto the northern part of the circle. There's just as many teams stacking as they're all trying to enter into the same position here. Radiance with Sonics. Uh-oh. Oh, rip Radiance. Waldo and Batty Lull fall out there to mime and win. And we're down to just 8 teams, 26 players left alive, but it is still crowded here as the circle gets friendlier and friendlier up on these ledges, on these hillsides.
That 303 push on a Comets was just a couple of moments way too late. Allowed Livid to try and pick them up. But Livid, they weren't able to make their way out of the position. Just shows how difficult of a spot it was and why suddenly we lost half the lobby. But Icyflex going aggressive, pushing up the hill, running directly into the Sonics line of fire. And that's going to be an easy kill for Mime. But what is Ranger going to do? Can't pick up his teammate just yet. He's going to drop down. It's going to be Venerator that steals Icyflex.
This
funny
is
hop
just a
by the
terrible
vehicle, but he's going aggressive again.
I mean, it's just a really terrible situation for Ranger right now. If he hyperextends himself just too far to the west, he's been picked up there by the Harshness, but Free Me Please finally coming into Lynn's hand as the rest of Illusion comes up, but it might be just a little bit too late as the Sonics continue to clean this up. Shrinzy getting that knock on Ranger. Win spotting more from afar. Free Me Please goes out as well, and there's just one player still standing up for Illusion. The Sonics, though, continuing, not standing still. This is not the only team they're focused on. We can continue to see them taking looks at the hardships. Meanwhile, Top Dog, completely busted out helmet. His vest looking a little bit low, trying to heal. He's just down to bandages, 2 left. This is just not the situation you want to be in if you're Illusion, who needs extra points to climb up for this leaderboard. But Sonics, 10 kills. We still have 7 teams and 22 left alive. I'm feeling pretty happy about that right now.
Ooh, so obviously pretty happy to see Sonic's play. It might be a little too late, but Exodus, they're not happy about this. They tried to go for the rock, but the spray down from Oath, they took that compound a couple of phases ago, and they've been sitting pretty the entire time, dealing heavy, heavy damage. And now Sonic's, they're forced to push on as well in their own vehicles, charging directly in against the Hardships, who finally now have to defend their building on the ground floor. That's going to be Jason with the nade follow-up as well. 2 down for Sonics. It is just Shrimsy and Mime remaining on the outside. They were not able to make their way inside the building as well. And ooh, nades come out. I believe line of fire held as well by Maluk in the single-story building. Looks like he wants to leave and get back to his teammates. And the revive onto Lobes is coming through as well. And so Hardship staying strong. Oath picking up a number of kills in the meantime onto Livid after dealing all that damage to Exodus. And so they should have a good number of points.
No, I mean, we talked about the importance of these compounds all day as both Fabled and Hardships worked hard to hold on to them. Sonics trying to push into a little bit too late, lost out on that as we saw J-Sank do a beautiful play with taking out 2 players there to the Sonics. So as we look at this circle, the blue is starting to close. We'll get that next phase. Oath still has the high ground up there to the south. Exodus caught out a little bit to the east, but it is Sonics here that are going to, I think, maybe make this a bit hard for the Hardships. Meanwhile, Fabled still looking comfortable on their side, but they're going to have to start trying to pick up more out of this. And ooh, Lobes! Beautiful nade.
Heavy, heavy damage to Sonics. I don't even know who's remaining from that squad, but they're pushing around. They are cleaning out. They're coming through everyone else. He's on the roof. That's who the last member is. Are they going to even check that position? I think that last Sonics player, it's going to be... I didn't see who it was.
It is Mime. Mime on the roof there. Beautiful view, but Fabled is looking in this direction. We've seen them already take a couple shots in this direction. Did a number there onto Maluk, but now is... Mime is able to come back down for safety. 11 kills for on the side. Oh, a very similar crash there. Very similar results as Wolf is going to get knocked and flushed. Lobes picking up another one.
Good hold on the balcony. And I understand why Oath pushed in onto this position. Oh, it's another peek from Lobes. He is not allowing Oath to have any sense of comfort. And, well, Balefrost left back in their old position as the anchor to try healthy, but they were able to hide behind that rock, get a single revive, and make their way towards the crate. But Fabled, they haven't had anyone approach their position. It has been an easy hold for them. 1 drop for Hella.
Yeah, I mean, only 1 kill for Fabled, but, oh, it's going to be Balefrost that ends it. We can see him still off to the left there, as he's able to prevent Exodus, who's been struggled, caught out in the open. That's what we see sometimes from these circles. And with these 2 compounds being the center of the zone, those teams that sat here very early on, Fabled and Hardships, reading this beautifully. Sonic went into Severny, originally pulled back. They're going to hold on this a little stronger. And Balefrost is not going to give anybody a point, taking his own self out because he knows he's stuck out here as we see him fall now. And it is just... absolutely brutal. 4 teams, 8 players left alive, but a couple looks like this was a good thought by Supernova, but it's just a bit too late as you see the blue take him down already. There's just no additional cover. If I was Fabled, I would have just sent it with the vehicle, crashed out, used it for cover, immediately blowed it up, and here we go. Mime now taking that push onto Oath. He's trying to keep this angle to his advantage, but Fabled, I think, reading situation, like you said, waiting for that chaos, for their time to start to make their moves as the smokes are out, and that is going to give all of these players plenty of covers. The Hardships now need to come out from upstairs, make that push onto Mine. There we go. We see Lobes take that jump down. It is Smoke City here. Oh, did he see him? Did Mime see Lobes here? Standing right beside him. He's going to come out of the smoke. Lobes should see him right here. Is going to spot him, taking him out very low and health himself. 9 HP! Mime!
He wins because of the level 3 armor, and then J-Sync goes down to Greg Shop. But look at the aggressive maneuvers. They know exactly where a Mime is. They know exactly where the last remaining member in the lobby that's not on their team is, and they are giving him no room. Up in an explosion. It's going to be Fabled with only 4 kills, but it's a win well desired.
Yeah, I mean, this is the second chicken dinner for Fabled this